Alright, in this video we're going to talk about numbers. Let us create a file for that. We call this numbers.js, and the first thing we're going to do is we declare let num for numbers be equal to, let's give a value, let's say 50, okay, 40, and we have declared it. Let's console.log that num, which is what we are declaring. Remember, you don't put that in double quote. And then when you are declaring a number, you don't put that in double quote. If you put this in double quote, it is now a string. I'll show you something. Let's remove that first, and then we save and we run this. Okay, we have node numbers.js. 40 is what we've declared. Okay, let's say we declared this as this, and we save it and we run it. We're still going to get 40, but the difference is this. Let's perform some arithmetic operations. Let's add something to this. 40 plus 2, we save that, and let's try to run that. We got 402. Now what has happened is this. This is a string, and it has been concatenated with a number. So that is, you have 40, like a string, like you're typing a word, and then you're adding 2 to that. So let's remove this. Now if we perform this and we run again, you can see we've gotten 42. So when you're declaring a number or an integer value, you don't put that in any quotes, either single or double, because it automatically becomes a string and you cannot perform arithmetic functions. Alright, let's also see if we can perform some other functions here, like 40 by 2. We save and we run that. We've gotten 20. 40 minus 2, let's run that. 38. 40 divided by 2, we run that. 20. 40 times 2, 80. So you can see with numbers we can perform arithmetic operations. Let us declare another value. Let's say let x be equal to 15, and we save that. Let's console.log x only. So we are going to get 15. Let's include another one. We say let y be equal to x plus 4 by 3, and we console.log y now. Let's see what we get. We got 27. Now what has happened is this. We brought in 15 here. What it did, it multiplied 4 by 3, it gave 12, and then it added to 15 to give 27. But I think whatever we had wanted to do is this. We have 15 plus 4. We want to add that before we multiply. Now in programming, there is what is called operator precedence. So in order for this to work as you planned, you have to put this in parentheses, brackets. Now what will happen is this. Because bracket has higher precedence than multiplication, this is going to work first. So 15 will be here, 15 plus 4. Let's run this and let's see what we're going to get. You can see we've gotten 57 as we had wanted. So if you can use your paper and pen to do that math, you see and you understand the difference. I think in our classes or in our school, we call that board mass. This is similar to operator precedence. It will work on brackets first. Bracket has a higher precedence. So we're going to look at that as we continue. Now the next thing we're going to see, let us consider another example. Let's say we have the age. Let's say let age be equal to, let's say, 24, and then let the age of let's say a dog be equal to the fourth of the age of this guy. So we are going to say equal to the age of this guy, age by age of dog. Now if we run that, let's see what we're going to get. I'm sorry about it, we said the fourth, so we're going to run by 4. So we can now, let's console.log age of dog. If we run that, 6, that means the age of the dog is 6. Who has a dog that is 6 years old? We can also perform some other operations here. Let's say by this guy's birthday, his age is supposed to be increased by 1. We say let birthday age be equal to age plus 1. That means let's comment this out and work on this. Okay, we're still using the age, so we're going to leave that as it is. And then let's console.log this. Birthday age. So you can see that once it is his birthday, his age is automatically increased by 1. We are going to look at operators, which this can be written as plus age. So if we run this, we're still going to get 25. Let's see this. Let's say the lady or the guy is 45 years old, and then on his birthday it is incremented by 1. So it is incremented by 1. Let's save this and run, and let's see what's going to happen. So it has been incremented by 1, which gives us 46. In some cases the plus will be in front, in some cases it will be behind. If it is in front, in this case, I'll explain further in the next videos as we continue. So if I run this as it is, we're going to see it remains at 45. We'll talk about various kinds of operators as we continue with the course. Alright, for this I'll give us a challenge. The challenge is this. Let's say in a class, in a particular test, the highest score in the class is, that's the overall score of the test, is 30, and a student scored 24. Let's say he's a bright student. Now the challenge is for you to find the average or the percentage of the score. And you know how you find percentage? You 24 by 30 times 100, you get the percentage. So pause the video and do that. Okay, now let's go through the challenge. We said that the student, the score, let's say high score be 30. Okay, let's include this for now, but it doesn't matter. Let student score be 24. How do we find that? Like we've said before, let percentage score be equal to, remember what we talked about, operator precedence, so this has to work first, 24 by 30 times 100. Okay. I'm trying to comment this out so we can just see the solution. Okay, let's now run percentage score and let's see what happens. If we run that, we get the percentage at 80. So the percentage of this score of the student is 80. Simply, you can see how this is done. This is where we stop for this video. The next thing we're going to talk about is Boolean expressions.